Tomorrow is the end of the world. It's the end of the world as she knows it. And we know it. And he knows it. And everybody knows it. We're all going to die. Or be brain dead. At some point, at some place on this earth, actually in many places on this earth, it's already 12 midnight, December 21st, 2012, on the other side of the planet. So, at what time do we get to experience this mass extinction of Homo sapiens? This is why, now, in California, is probably the last large piece of land, I'm talking about like not islands, but, a huge piece of land to experience the last hour of a day. They got like Hawaii and other islands out there. No, Alaska. That's right, Alaska time. Okay, Alaska is the last one before it goes into the islands like Hawaii and all that. So I guess we won't really know if the apocalypse is supposed to happen until the very last hour or 1 hour past midnight, I don't know, GMT plus 11, I guess. Okay? In December 22nd, 2012, we will be well into the apocalypse. Now, a lot of people are saying that December 21st, 2012 is not the actual day of the end of the world. It's supposed to be a start. Because once the sun aligns up with the galactic center, it's going to start a whole lot of events to either make people go crazy or the earth itself is going to start acting up because of the rotation of the polar the polar shift, okay? So north will become south, and south will become north according to our magnets. Our magnets won't be as accurate, and it probably have to be readjusted so that north points north and south points south. That means there'll be a lot of updates going to your iPhone, Android, and Windows phone, any phones with compasses built into them, so that it can compensate for the misalignment of our digital compasses. It may also throw off GPS satellites, because the satellites depend upon a certain magnetic shift or magnetic positioning. And as that North Pole is traveling south, it travels at a certain speed. If a drastic change happened like that, it may throw GPS off. Now here's the third thing. What happens to the rotation of Earth? Will it either throw it off its axis, or would it push it away from the sun, or push it into the sun? Anything like that can actually change how the Earth orbits around the sun. It may not be a drastic change, but it'll be a small change, and we'll feel it. Either it'll get cold, or it'll get too hot, too cold or too hot, and human beings will have to adapt to that new climate. A lot of us will die because of that. Now, here's something else. The moon out there keeps us balanced. So if something like that happens, the moon could be thrown off its orbit, and if the moon gets thrown off its orbit, then Earth will start to wobble a lot heavier, a lot worse, and we're going to be experiencing a lot of good things here on Earth. Or we wake up on December 22nd, when the whole Earth has gone through midnight of December 22nd, and it's just another day. According to Revelations, a lot of things are supposed to happen. A lot more murders, a lot more wars, and all kinds of this crazy outbreaks amongst human beings. Now, as we know, a lot of that is happening right now, but it's actually no different than what happened in 9/11. That happened over 12 years ago, or 11 years ago. And the Oklahoma building bombing happened several years before that. So, it's just like, we're probably just continue on doing the same thing we always have done, avoiding major catastrophes like the one in Oklahoma and the World Trade Center, Pentagon, in the middle of Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Colorado, and a bunch of other horrific events like that. Or we may see a more frequency of those events happening, like that gentleman who got out of prison and shot up his ex-girlfriend and 3 people that were in the house, and then killed himself. Now, usually in the past, when outside of the 9/11, where they committed suicide doing that, people usually didn't commit suicide. At least Americans didn't. They usually got away before the bomb went off, or they got caught after shooting up some people. They got caught in their prison today, or they've been electrocuted or got the needle. Now these days, people are cowards. They go out and just do these horrific crimes, and they may kill themselves because they don't want to face the music. Cowards. But anyway, end of the road tomorrow, and we'll see if I'm going to be capturing some really interesting stuff with this camera. And if something does happen, I may not be broadcasting this vlog. But we'll see.